All right, can you guys hear me okay? Sometimes it likes to mute me at the beginning, but let me know if you guys can hear me in the live chat here. I think we should be okay. I think we're okay. Okay. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy 4th of July to all of you guys out there. Thank you so much for joining the live stream. I'm stoked to see you guys here on this very special day. For those of us here in the United States, obviously it's the 4th of July. It is Independence Day. Okay, you guys can hear me. Great. And on this holiday here in America, sure, we celebrate our country's independence, but even for those of us, our cash flow amigos out there outside of the States, we can celebrate financial independence. So it takes on multiple meanings here. So happy Independence Day to all of you guys out there. And a quick cheers to you guys there who joined this live stream tonight. We're 25 investors strong so far. 29. Wow, it really jumped up. So here's to you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Okay. So before we get into today's video, guys, which, by the way, I'm sorry I didn't do one of these on Friday. Hopefully today makes up for it. But before we get into today's video, I just kind of want to go through the agenda for today. So obviously the main topic of this video, I want to talk to you about my investing goals, and I'm not going to be able to hit them. I'll touch on that more in just a moment. And then after that, I actually, speaking of investing goals, I want to shout out a few of you guys out there in the live chat, a few of my subscribers. I've been seeing a handful of you guys hitting some really cool milestones. So I just want to bring some attention to that real quick. And then afterwards, there is some official business we need to get to, guys. My posting schedule these next couple of weeks is going to be a little bit off, so I want to give you some more information on what is going to be going on these next couple of weeks here on the channel. And then afterwards, we're going to get into our favorite part, the Q&A, the hangout session, the part that we really all come here for. So kind of a jam-packed video, and I'm going to try and get through everything as quick as I can, like get to the Q&A as fast as possible, because I do have a hard stop at about 58 minutes from now. I'm not trying to do another, hour and 45-minute live stream tonight. I'm trying to watch some fireworks and hang out with my señorita a little bit. So I do have a hard stop in about an hour. So anyway, guys, hopefully all of that makes sense. And for those of you who are just now joining the live stream, or who joined, in the last few seconds, thank you so much for hopping on. Got a really fun video planned. And before we get into today's main video topic, guys, let me know in the live chat here, where is everyone from? And for those of you who plan to watch the fireworks tonight, let us know about your 4th of July plans. What do you guys have going on? So I'll look forward to reading about those in the live chat here. Take another sip. And tonight, just so you guys know, I'm sipping on this new thing my girlfriend brought at home. It's called a Mamitas, and it's got tequila and soda. It's like a little Paloma, which is a type of tequila cocktail. So I'm going to be sipping on this as we're going through this video. And I want to bring some attention to you guys in the live chat who are shouting at your locations. We've got Kim Poi here, who is from Daly City. Okay, very nice. Another Californian. Nice, man. I'm up here in Sacramento. We have Fernando over here is from Illinois. We've got Craig in Southern California. We've got Wallet Invest in Chicago. We've got my friend Nick right here in Las Vegas. Nick, I was just there a week ago, actually. I'm actually planning on moving out there in the next couple months, so we'll have to meet up or something when I do that. We have Dennis here in Georgia. We have Tactics also in California. My man Kama here. This isn't a location, but he's barbecuing and swam in the pool. What did you have for, what would you barbecue up on that grill? I'm kind of hungry, so I'd love to hear about it. My good friend, good friend Kevin Burgess in North Carolina. Stephen in Mississippi. Excuse me, guys. Gosh, this Paloma is giving me the burps. Out there in Mississippi. We have James here. Greetings from New Jersey. James, thank you so much for joining, my friend. We've got Kevin Reberg. I'm sorry if I butchered your last name pronunciation, man. But he's from Yakima, Washington. We've got Gary in Chicago. My friend Russ, Dapper Dividends, would be proud to hear that. We've got Kama there in Phoenix. Sunny Phoenix. And then who we got here? Oh, wow. Heart to Heart Stories from Singapore, an overseas viewer. Yes, thank you so much. And then Andy Photo is hanging out in Brentwood, also in Southern California. Nice, man. And then we've got Jack Murphy there in New York, Michael in Ohio. We've got Potatoes and Gravy in Seattle. We've got Tyson there in Idaho. And last but not least, well, we'll go through a couple more because you guys keep putting them out there. We've got Bullet there in Puerto Rico. That's really cool, man. Really cool. We've got Suzuki Man, my good friend, in Texas, Madrid in Louisiana, and then Kelly, last but not least, in Alabama. So you guys, we've got dividend investors all over the world. We are in different locations, but we are all on the same journey. We are all after that cash flow. We are all after that dividend income, and we are all after that financial independence. That's what we're here for, right? And so for those of you who are just now joining the live stream, the main topic of today's video, guys, I want to share with you guys, I've got these dividend income goals that I'm trying to hit, that I've been trying to hit. And it's dawned on me more recently that I'm not going to hit them. I'm not going to reach these goals. And so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about that and also explain why it doesn't entirely matter. So without further ado, guys, let's go over to the screen real quick. This isn't the right page, excuse me here. We're going to go over to my dividend portfolio tracker right here. And on this page, guys, I mean, you guys, if you're familiar with my videos, then you definitely have seen this before. One of the things on this portfolio tracker, which you can actually grab in the description if you want for free. Here, let me actually remove this. Sorry, Kelly, I'm going to take you off the screen there. One of the things about this tracker is I've put in here some income goals just to kind of help me keep track of, I guess, where I want to be in certain amounts of time. And last September, I made a 1-year goal to hit $2,000 in annual dividend income by the end of September of this year, which is in 2 months, basically, less than 3 months from now. And I'm only 84% of the way there, guys. Right now, my annual dividend income is about $1,680. And if you guys watched my video from yesterday, then you'll know at this point, at least in the last 30 days, I'm growing my annual dividend income by about $1 per day. So I think that's a pretty quick rate, to be honest with you, but at the same time, that's not fast enough to help me reach this goal right here. So having said that, I just don't see myself realistically hitting this $2,000 annual dividend income goal. And I think it's still TBD on whether or not this 5-year goal will play out. We're just going to have to see how things progress over these next few years. It's too soon to tell. But I can say with a pretty solid amount of certainty that I'm not going to hit this $2,000 annual dividend income goal. And in just a moment, I want to excuse me, guys. In just a moment, I want to show you a little projection as to when I do plan to reach that. But it's going to be longer than I thought. I think I set my, I think my eyes were a little bit bigger in my stomach in this regard when I set this goal a year ago. I kind of underestimated how long it would take me to get to $2,000. And it's okay. I mean, it's gonna be fine. But I do want to show you guys when I'll actually anticipate to hit this. So what I've done here, guys, I've plugged in all of my portfolio's current, I guess, stats to project when I might be able to hit this $2,000 annual dividend income goal. So you see my starting principal is my portfolio's current value, about $36,355, and my annual dividend yield right now is about 4.6%. Every single week, I'm contributing $150 to my portfolio, which amounts to $7,800 every single year. And, excuse me, I think my dividend growth is about 7% every single year. At least this is what trackyourdividends.com gave me when I have my portfolio on there. They have my portfolio growing, or my dividend income growing by 7% every single year, just with the holdings that I have. And if we go over here, you guys can see. Oh, actually not here. Excuse me. Let's go to Seeking Alpha. I'll show you guys some of the high growth stocks that I have. So if we go over here, I do have a fair amount of high growth dividend stocks. I've got Lowe's, I've got AbbVie, I've got Starbucks, I've got Snap-on, all with double digit, dividend growth over the last 5 years. And then some other high growth dividend stocks like Snap-on, Altria Group, until, kind of Altria Group and below, it gets a little bit low as far as dividend growth goes, and that's something I'm working on. You guys know I've been contributing more to stocks like Lowe's, to Starbucks, to Altria Group that have, or even Intel, I guess, that have kind of higher dividend growth rates. I'm really trying to get that dividend growth up there. But anyway, the average dividend growth is about 7% every single year. And then I'm kind of anticipating this could be high, this could be low, who knows? But on average, I'm going to say my portfolio's the shares of stock in my portfolio will grow by 6% on average every single year for the next 30 years. And so if we just scroll down, kind of project out into the future, within a year, like within a year from now, I'll be at over $2,000 in annual dividend income. And in fact, a year from today, this calculator has me at $2,277.21 in about a year's time. So we'll definitely get there, but guys, that is a lot farther out than September of 2022, right? So realistically, I'm probably going to hit this dividend income goal by, oh man, I might even say like March, maybe February, March, April of 2023. So I'm still quite a ways out from being able to hit this goal, and it's totally fine. It's totally fine, and I'll explain why. So basically, guys, these are just short-term goals. This is just a one-year goal that I had. And remember, we're playing the long game here. I'm investing not for today, not for a year from now. I'm investing for 10, 20, 30, 35 years down the road. So if I don't hit my one-year dividend income goal of $2,000 by September, it's not like, I'm going to throw the baby out with the bathwater, sell my stocks, and just find a new hobby. It's just, you got to just keep on keeping on. If you don't hit that goal now, it's okay. It's going to come. It's going to come with discipline and with patience, continued contributions to this portfolio. We're going to hit that $2,000 annual dividend income goal. It's just going to take a little bit more time than previously anticipated. So that's kind of how I'm looking at this. And I'm sure you guys have your dividend income goals out there that you may or may not hit, but just know it really is about the long-term game. And one of the other reasons I'm not super concerned, or I'm really not trying to put too much stock into this, one-year goal of $2,000 in annual dividend income, is because if I really was that gung-ho about it, and if that was my everything, that if nothing was more important to me than hitting that goal, then I probably would feel more tempted to buy stocks that I necessarily shouldn't. So if I really was like, I need to hit that goal or else it's game over, I probably would buy... I'd probably spend more time buying some high yield stocks or putting more into, some of the positions like JEPI or XYLD or even Main Street Capital, ORCC, that I don't necessarily want to contribute to. I basically, in saying that, I would probably feel more tempted to buy high yield dividend stocks when maybe that's just, from a long-term perspective, from where I'm at, it's not the best strategy. I'm really trying to focus on those high growth. And so I know it's okay if I don't hit that one-year goal, because 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, kind of like Kevin's saying in the comments, kind of like Kevin's saying in the comments right here, it's going to be fine, because that dividend growth, it's not like this. It's really it's really exponential. And that's really the compound effect, or what, like Kevin says here, the snowball effect. It will start rolling and it'll amaze you 10 years from now. Kevin, you hit the nail right on the head. So really, guys, all in all, that's why I'm not entirely worried about missing this goal. It kind of sucks. I'd like to be at $2,000 in annual dividend income. That'd be sweet. And we'll get there for sure. But it's just going to take a little bit more patience. And, no matter what goals you have, whether it's investing related or not, you guys will probably find, or probably have found, that things take longer than you initially planned them to. I mean, I think YouTube's another great example. I don't know. I was really hoping, to be honest with you, I'd be going, I'm almost 2 years into this YouTube journey. I was really hoping maybe I'd be going full time by now, but sometimes things just take longer than you plan for. And that's just all part of the journey, and that's okay. It's going to happen someday. And all you can do is just keep on keeping on. You just can't give up. You got to stay disciplined. You got to stay, you got to remember why you're doing this in the first place. So anyway, with that said, guys, I want to know from you all out there, what are your dividend income goals? Do you guys have any short-term income goals you're trying to hit? Any long-term income goals? Let me know in the live chat right here, what your current income goals are looking at, or current investing goals, rather. What are you guys trying to shoot for? Let me know in the live chat. I'd like to put some of these up on the screen and see what you guys, what you're working towards. So anyway, we'll get to that in just a second as you guys submit those in the live chat. But real quick, moving on, I want to bring some attention to some of you guys out there in the stream, some of you guys out there maybe watching the replay. I've seen a handful of comments in these last couple of weeks about some of you guys hitting some really cool milestones. And I want to give you guys a quick shout out real quick, because it is a big deal, I think. And I know how good it feels to hit these milestones. So I'm going to put these on the screen. Let's go over here. This first comment that I got is from Captain Suburbia, who says, "This is the first month I have gone over $100 in dividends, crossed the 3-figure threshold this morning." And I just want to say, Captain, I don't know if you're here in the live chat, you might be watching the replay. I just want to say congratulations and, keep up the good work, my friend. Keep up the good work. This is the first milestone of many, I'm sure. Moving on to the second comment we have from Graham Reeds in the Discord, which if you guys have not joined the Discord group, there's a link to it in the description. Totally free to join. It's basically just a big group chat with, a ton of other dividend investors. We're talking dividend stocks, sharing our portfolios, and also sharing our stock research. There's just a lot of good stuff going on in the Discord, so definitely join. But Graham Reeds here says, "My year-to-date dividends broke past my total for 2021 thanks to ARCC yesterday." So basically, Graham Reeds, just so far in the first 6 months of the year, broke past his entire total for the year of 2021. So guys, just the snowball effect is crazy for Graham right now. So Graham, congratulations, my friend. Keep up the great work. Moving on, this one came in a couple days ago, actually, from 1301 Cyrax. He says, "Got my first 3-digit monthly total this month, especially since I only started last July, like been doing it for a year and hit 3 figures in dividend income." Man, that's such great progress in such a short amount of time. So keep up the great work. You're doing great. By this time next year, I mean, at this rate, man, you'll be not at 100 euros. You'll be at 200, maybe even 300 euros in a month. We'll see what happens, but keep it up. And then last but not least, I think this is the last one. Yeah. This is from Martin, also in the Discord group. He says, "My June dividend update, I reached the 1K mark in total received dividends after tax. This monthly income has reached a record with $74.02. This means that the year-to-date dividends are finally pulling ahead from last year's year-to-date dividends." So Martin is making some fantastic progress with his dividend income as well. And guys, hats off to all of you guys out there who I just showed on the screen, but also all of you guys out there in the live chat who are investing day in and day out, week in and week out, contributing to your portfolios and staying disciplined with it. Congratulations to you, because that's really all it takes to hit these milestones. Like if you just keep, buying good stocks and doing it on a consistent basis over time, like that dividend income is going to continue to grow. And going back to the main point of this video, talking about income goals, if you have short-term income goals that you're not going to hit, don't worry, because it's like you got to play the long-term game, and with patience and with discipline and consistent contributions, you're going to reach those goals. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than you think, but when you do finally get there, it feels so, so good. So with that said, I'm proud of all of you guys out there for continuing to add to your portfolios, first of all, but second of all, for just even embarking on this journey in the first place, because really creating a dividend portfolio and committing to growing it is realizing that it's going to take, decades and decades, and that's not an easy thing to start doing. And so my hat's off to you guys for even just taking steps on this journey in the first place, because it's a difficult one to do, and it's made a whole lot easier when we're able to do it together. And that's one of the things I really like about this community, and one of the things I'm most happy about when from starting this channel. It's just been such a really cool thing. So anyway, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Like I said, I kind of wanted to get through all of that stuff as quick as we can, so we have plenty of time to do the Q&A, to do the little hangout session that we all know and love. So with that, I'm going to start going through some comments. Oh, actually, real quick, before I get to that, if you guys have not done so already, please hit the thumbs up on this live stream, on this video. It would mean the world to me. And number 2, if you're not subscribed to the channel and would be interested in seeing more stuff like this and also other videos. Oh, I have one piece of official business I forgot. Anyway, subscribe to the channel if you're not already and want to see more content from me in the future, because a lot of great stuff coming your guys' way, and I don't want you to miss out. I want you to be a part of this dividend investing journey, not just to follow me along for the journey, but to, stay in touch with each other, because guys, we are, at least in the case of this video, we are 70 dividend investor strong, 72 dividend investor strong right now. And, we got to have each other's backs on this decade upon decade long journey. So anyway, before we get to the Q&A, there is one last thing. I keep forgetting about this, but guys, my posting schedule is going to be a little bit off these next couple of weeks. And this is the first time I will have ever strayed from my regular posting schedule of uploading every Wednesday and every Sunday, really since I started this this YouTube journey, or since I committed to that Wednesday Sunday schedule. So first of all, I apologize for changing things up. But second of all, it'll be okay, and I'll make it up to you guys. So what's going to happen? Today's Monday, 4th of July, obviously for those watching right now. But for those watching the replay, it's Monday, 4th of July. On Wednesday the 6th, I am actually going to be in Mexico. So I'll be in Mexico Wednesday the 6th to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday the 10th. And yeah, I'm just going to be gone. And so I will have a video out for you guys this Wednesday the 6th. Okay, but I will not have a video out for you on Sunday the 10th where I normally would. So this Sunday, I will not be putting out a video. Unfortunately, I'm so bummed about that. But I promise you guys I'll make it up for you. So no video on Sunday. Monday, the day after, the 11th, I will be back and I will do a live stream just like this to try and make up for that. And just tell you guys about the trip, maybe do a little portfolio update, see what happened since I was out of the country. So yeah, Monday there will be a live stream. Next Wednesday, the 13th, there will be no video upload. So we'll skip next Wednesday, and then next Friday, we will do another live stream. So the next time you guys will see me is this Wednesday, and then after that, it will be Monday the 11th, a week from today, that we'll do the Friday live stream, and then we'll be back on our regular scheduled programming, Sunday, Wednesday, Friday live stream, Sunday, Wednesday, Friday live stream. So basically, guys, it's just Sunday the 10th, and then Wednesday the 13th that I will not be uploading. And I so apologize for that. I hope you guys understand. But yeah, I'm going to be out of the country. One of my best friends, I might have mentioned this already in a previous live stream, but one of my best friends since kindergarten is getting married, and they decided to do a destination wedding in Puerto Vallarta. So my little senorita and I, we're going to be heading out there for a few days. It should be a good time. Going to stay all-inclusive, which is, you can't go wrong there. And so anyway, that's what's going on as far as the posting schedule, which will be nice. I actually think it'll be good to take a little bit of time to refresh, recharge, and hopefully I'll come back with some really, really good video ideas for you guys. So that's what's going on there. And so now, with that said, guys, let's just get into the Q&A. Before we get there, I'll take another little sip. And here's to you guys still in the live stream, spending your 4th of July with me for God knows why, talking about dividend stocks. Okay, so I'm going to start all the way from the very top. These are from these first two comments are from before the live stream even started. We've got Tyson here says, "I'm so excited for this, dude. Your videos and live stream are something I look forward to." Well, Tyson, man, thank you so much. I really appreciate the kind words, and I got to tell you, man, I so look forward to doing these live streams, especially. I love making these videos. I really love making videos, but I especially love doing the live streams. It doesn't even compare. It's just so, it scratches a different itch. It's just so good to come on here and chat with you guys and connect with you guys in real time. It's so fun. Moving on, Fernando says, "I'm excited for the live stream too. This format really is nice for dividend investors. Nobody else does this. I love it." Thank you, Fernando. I really appreciate that. I just think, I don't know. It's just, I really don't know how to explain it. These live streams, it is different. Like, it's definitely different than putting out a recorded video, but it's a lot of fun. And over time, just so you guys know too, I do plan on, obviously you guys can probably tell, I'm just using my laptop's live webcam right here, but in time, I do plan on upping the quality of these and using my normal camera for these live streams. I just don't have the internet connection right now to be able to keep up with that, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, here, Jim, oh my goodness gracious. Jim, you are a wild man. Jim says, "I'm here with adult beverages in hand, so I'll apologize now for anything I may type in chat that's inappropriate and get that out of the way." Oh, Jim, man, you're a goofball. You're a goofball. Okay, let's keep going on. So, find the next comment here. I see a lot of happy 4th of July as I'm scrolling through the comments, getting through all the location stuff. Let's see. Fernando here says, "I love your dividend tracker." Thank you, man, so much. I'm slowly but surely putting together a version 5. I don't know if in July or in August. I actually do need to put out a video going through version 4.0, which has been out for months now, like all year. I just never made a video for it, but I do get a lot of questions on using version 4.0, so I am going to make a video on that. And then if you guys have any suggestions for an updated version of the spreadsheet, leave them for me in the live chat, leave them for me in the replay if you're watching this after the stream ends. I could use some ideas, and I know you guys have some good ones. So anyway, Heavy Metal Taxes here says, you could hit $2,000 in divvies if you add some of those Darth dividend specials. Yeah, you know, that's the thing, and I touched on this a little bit earlier. I could hit that, but by doing so, I would have to add some high-yielding stocks. Like, I would have to focus on buying just high-yielding stocks, and I really don't want to do that just to hit a short-term dividend income goal. I know I'm going to hit that goal at some point, but I don't want to stray from my strategy from what I think is best right now just to hit that goal. It's because at the end of the day, heavy metal, it's kind of an arbitrary goal. It's just kind of a random number. What's $2,000? I'm not trying to retire. Well, I'm not, number one, I'm not trying to retire tomorrow. Number two, I'm not trying to retire with $2,000 in income. So it's just really an arbitrary goal. And so having said that, I don't want to buy stocks that I probably would be better off not just to hit that goal, if that makes sense. Let's see. Stockado says, check KLA. I think you will like it. You've got a great channel, by the way. Well, thank you. And actually, let's take a look at KLA right now, see what's going on. So we're going to go back over to the screen. Sorry, guys. KLA. Let's see what's happening here. So KLA Corporation. First of all, let's see what this company even does, because I've never heard of them. So they market, process, control, and yield management solutions for the semiconductor and related nanoelectronic industries worldwide. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit more. Look at this revenue growth. That's really impressive. Wow. Really strong revenue growth. Looks like they have a pretty good history of beating earnings. Let's scroll all the way up to the top. Take a look at the dividends next. Okay, we have a 1.42% yield, a little bit on the lower side, but the payout ratio is looking great, 20.5%, with a really high 5-year dividend growth rate of 14.5%, with 12 years of consecutive dividend growth. So that looks pretty good so far. 16 years of consecutive payments, so that's great too. And let's zoom out, take a look at the slope. Okay. Looks like they paid a special dividend a handful of years ago. Wow. Look at that. Crazy. Okay, let's take a look at the financials just real quick with KLA Corporation. Wow. Okay, so we know revenue was growing. That's pretty nice. Okay, gross profits growing as well. Looking great. Operating income looking nice as well. Let's scroll down, take a look at the bottom line. Look at that net income. Yeah. Wow. It's looking great. Buying back shares. See that, guys? Going down over time. Wow. Payout ratio is hovering pretty low. Wow. This is looking really good, actually. Let's take a look at the balance sheet while that loads. Okay, so about $2.5 billion in cash and equivalents with, where's their net debt? Scrolling down. Sorry if I'm going a little fast, guys. Net debt's $1.2 billion. That's not too bad. Let's take a look at the cash flow. Okay, so scrolling down here. Wow. Wow. So they can pay off all of their net debt just with less than 1 year's worth of cash flow. That looks really good. I might have to take a deeper dive into KLA. That looks solid. Stockado, thank you for the recommendation, my friend. That's great. Okay. Oh, Kama, real quick. I just hit an estimated $500 per year in dividends in my M1 account. Man, good for you. Congratulations. That's a really cool milestone. Kama, how long have you been investing in total? That's great, man. Oh, Tyson here says, I'll have to watch this later. I own a food truck and my event in the park is starting. Happy 4th, y'all. Tyson, go make that money, my friend. Good for you. Thank you for joining. Kama says, my goal is $50,000 per year in dividend income in 20 years. Wow. It's a pretty solid goal. One thing I forgot to do earlier, I'll show you guys. I want to show you an even farther out projection of my dividend income. So let's go back to the screen real quick. Go back over here. So we just basically took a look at what this is going to look like in the next year. So a year from today, I should have over $2,200 in dividend income. But if we scroll down, take a look at 20 years from now, I should be at about $37,000 in annual dividend income. And my yield, if it keeps growing at the same rate, about 5.5% with a 20% yield on cost, which is really nice. If we go back down another 10 years, that $37,000 in annual dividend income will grow by about 4 times and hit 124,000, almost 125,000, with an overall portfolio balance of about $2.2 million. So that's looking pretty nice. Looking pretty nice there. Okay, let's see here. I see some comments about what you guys are going to be buying this week. And actually, with that, let me know in the live chat. What do you guys plan to buy in this upcoming week? I see Wallet Invest is thinking about maybe some Target or Lowe's or VTI tomorrow. What do I think? I think that's a great move. I need to transfer some funds into my portfolio, or into my brokerage account, but I'm definitely going to buy some more Lowe's this week. And I got to keep my eye on Target. I'd like for it to come down a little bit more. I don't think it's a bad buy, but for me starting a position, I want to wait for a little bit lower price. Lowe's is a really good buy right now. VTI, you can't go wrong there. Fernando looks to be on the same page as Wallet Invest. He plans to buy some more Target this week as well, so that's great. Dividend Fire is going to buy whatever is down. Chantel asks, how did you... Oh my gosh, my cat's right here. Peanut. Pete, say hi. Come here. Come here. All right, he's being shy. Chantel asks, how did you decide on $2,000 for the first year? Sorry if I missed it. I just jumped in. No problem. Actually, I didn't explain this. You know, like I said a little bit earlier, $2,000 was just kind of like, it was just kind of an arbitrary number. I think when I set this goal, I was maybe at about $1,500. Would you knock that off, please? Sorry, guys. I think I maybe was at about $1,400 or $1,500 in annual dividend income. So $2,000 was just kind of a nice round number. I probably should have planned that a little bit better, maybe set it a little bit lower, like even 1,800, I think would have been a more realistic goal. But, you know, you got to shoot for the stars. So that's kind of how I chose that number, if that makes sense. Let's see here. So Stephen says, I'm trying to get to $500 in annual dividend income. You will get there. You will get there, my friend. Just keep on keeping on. Let's see. So Ty, who's from Canada, says that his overall investing goal is to get rich or die trying. I hear you there, my friend. I hear you there. Luckily, though, dividend investing will not kill you. So I think your first goal just to get rich, I think it will happen. I don't think you have to die trying. You're going to get there, man. Just keep investing, keep buying those high quality dividend stocks, and deploy some patience. It's easier said than done, but if you can do so, you'll get there. So moving on, Jonathan here says, my year goal is to hit $250, but fine if I don't hit it. It's all about the journey. Yeah, you said it best, and I think, that really is the. I really think that is the underlying message here. It really is all about the journey. And I don't know who said this, but I heard this recently where someone was talking about. Maybe it was in like the Phil Knight book, who is the founder of Nike. He said something about. I don't know. Disregard the Phil Knight thing, guys. But basically, it is all about the journey. You'll hear a lot of people say, when they finally reach their destination, when they finally hit that goal, it's not as fulfilling as they thought it would be. And, excuse me, guys, you'll hear this too, that a lot of people say like they're happiest when they're, like if someone's like trying to be a rapper or something, you'll hear that they're not their happiest when they finally got that record deal. They're the happiest when they're in the basement really grinding it out, just making song after song after song, trying to figure it out. That's where they're happiest. It's really all about the journey, and just it's about the ride. I don't even know if that made sense, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Peanut, would you knock it off? Like, come on, dude. Okay. Andy here says, my goal is $10,000 by the end of the year. I'm already at $6,400. I think I can make it. Wait a second. Wait, no. That's not annual dividend income. That's like portfolio value, right? I think so. And if so, man, you can totally do that. $3,600 in 6 months? Dude, you got this. You totally got that, man. So that's $600 a month. That's $150 a week. That's like what I'm investing right now. Dude, Andy, you got this, man. Keep it up. Jack here says, I'm trying to get to over $100 a year in dividends before end of 22. At my rate, I should hit it. Jack, keep it up, my friend. You have got this. And you know what, Jack, too? Dude, you're 17. Even if you don't get it, there's always 2023. You got this, man. Let's see. Fernando here says, my goal is $25 a month by the end of the year and $50 a month next year. Fernando, you got this, man. How long have you been investing, Fernando? Let me know in the live chat. And then Ryan here with a really good question. Did you start with high yield dividends and did you start with high yield dividends first and phase them out? That's a really good question. Yeah, I think so. I think I did. When I first started dividend investing, some of the first few stocks I bought, guys, were going to be ones like Realty Income was one of the first dividend stocks I bought. I just loaded the boat on Realty Income, and it's still one of my biggest positions. AT&T was another one I bought a lot of, which had a really high dividend yield at the time that I bought it. I'm trying to think of some other high yielders that I might have added to. I don't know. I know some of the other first stocks that I bought were ones like Starbucks and Coca-Cola. And so I guess they weren't all high yielders. So I tried to buy some high yielders and then also some, like good blue chip reliable companies, but I did not pay any attention to valuation. And that is one way that I went wrong early on in my investing journey. So anyway, that's kind of how I started, Ryan. And just so you know too, like a lot of the stocks that I bought when I first started investing, I don't have today. So I was also investing in other companies like SPHD, Coty, COTY. I think that's how you pronounce it, which is not a dividend stock. I bought some of them. I had companies like Dropbox in my portfolio. God, I was all over the place, guys. Seriously, all over the place. I only bought Dropbox, honestly, too, because I was just watching too much financial education here on YouTube, because I know Dropbox was a stock that he was recommending like a lot. So I was like, man, I might want to pull the trigger on this and see what it does. But I ended up selling it for a profit, so that's good. But yeah, definitely not for me. Craig here says, I'm at $600, hoping for $1,000 by the end of the year, but want to buy quality stocks, so I might not make it. And Craig, like, that's totally fine. At the end of the day, the important thing is that you're building your portfolio with high quality dividend stocks that you can count on for, years to come, to continue paying that dividend income, continue growing that dividend income. It's not all about the high yielding dividend stocks. In fact, having said that, guys, stay tuned for my video on Wednesday, because we're going to be talking about exactly that. Just kind of a spoiler alert. The topic for Wednesday's video is going to be the best dividend stocks to buy in your 20s and 30s. And another spoiler alert, it's not high yielding dividend stock. So stay tuned for Wednesday's video. I think it's actually going to be a good one. And I'm excited for you guys to see it. I think it's a really good topic because, looking at my audience here, most of us are in our 20s and 30s and 40s. So about 60% of my audience on YouTube, or at least from what YouTube tells me, is between the age of 25 and 44. So a big chunk of my audience here. A few people on the younger side, maybe about 6 to 8% between 18 and 24, 18 and 25. And then the rest of that is made up of people over 44, 45 years old. So, we're kind of all over the place. And that's the thing too, dividend investing, it really is something anyone can do, no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are. It's something that you can get into. And no matter how much money you make, whether you don't make a lot of money or you're rolling in the cash flow, anyone can be a dividend investor. That's one of the great things about it. So let's move on, get to some of these next comments. And real quick, we're actually officially 104, wow, investors in the live stream. So thank you all for joining. If you've just recently joined, stoked to have you aboard. What we're doing right now is I'm just going through the live chat, going through these comments and addressing them. So if you guys have any comments, leave them for me in the live chat and I'll try and touch on them. And I'm about 25 minutes behind right now, so I'll speed through these guys and catch up. Let's see here. Suzuki Man here says his goal was he was hoping to hit $100,000 in his portfolio next year. I still think it can happen. Oh, Oscar here says, happy 4th from Mexico City. Thank you for sharing your input. All the best. Oscar, thank you, man. So stoked to have you in the live stream. I'm actually going to be in your neck of the woods here in a couple days. So I don't know what I was going to say after that. Oscar, thanks for watching, man. Journeyman here says he's back from Africa and watching. Wow. What were you doing over there? That's quite a ways from home. Okay, so Potatoes and Gravy with a really long-term approach says, in 20 years from now, I'd like to be at 65,000 plus per year. It will be awesome to retire without having to tap into my retirement accounts. I agree. And that's one of the things that really draws me to dividend investing is the reality that you don't have to sell any of your shares to live off of that, live off of your investments. I just think that's such a cool thing. And that's what's going to make it generational wealth, because if you're able to just live on the dividend income, I mean, those assets are going to continue to grow in share price appreciation, and and also probably dividend income too as time goes on. So, after we're no longer here, what's left over is going to be, our future generations are going to be able to benefit from it. And I think that's such a really cool thing and can be life-changing too. So the seeds we're planting today, guys, it's going to be so great for our kids, for our grandkids, and for everyone else that comes after us. So once again, cheers to that. We're doing a really good thing here, guys. I think you should be really proud of yourselves for embarking on this investing journey, especially if you're someone who is, on the younger side, maybe, maybe 40 and younger, because in my experience so far, I'm almost 29. None of my friends, no one around my age, no one even, a handful of years older than me that I know is even thinking about this stuff. And truthfully, guys, I just don't understand it. I don't understand how you can be at this stage in the game, like kind of settled into a career, or at least building a career, starting a family, buying a house, doing these things, and you're not thinking about, the end goal, about the light at the end of the tunnel, and about, what you're going to be doing 20 years from now. I don't know. It's just such an important thing to think about. And I'm so perplexed, even when I think about my best friends, these guys I'm going to be spending pretty much this next week with. None of them are really that into it. And I think maybe I've just found my goal for this week is to get them to become dividend investors, which I'll report back to you guys next week if that actually happens. I doubt it will, but we'll see. Stranger things have happened. So let's keep going through these comments here. So Nick says, for me, it's my first year starting over after a nasty divorce wiped me out. Ooh, sorry, man. Settled the alimony, so now my money is truly mine. Dividend income is less than last year, but can only go up now. Well, hey, man, I'm sorry to hear that you're going through that, or that you've gone through that rough time. Hopefully it was amicable. And, now you can just focus on the future and, focus on good things ahead. So cheers to you, Nick. Let's find another comment here. So, I lost my place. Gosh, man. Okay, here we go. Dennis here says, trying to learn and grow my wealth. Thankful for the content and help understanding a complex environment. Hoping to retire nicely in about 10 years. Dennis, congratulations. 10 years, that'll go by in the blink of an eye, my friend. Hopefully you can retire sooner than later. And thank you so much for the kind words as well. And I want to bring some attention to one point here. You said, help understanding a complex environment. That is so true. That's one of my reasons for having this channel too, is I really strive to make this investing stuff, which oftentimes can be overcomplicated. I really try and break it down as simple as possible and just, let the audience know, let all of you guys know out there that really this is something that anyone can do. Seriously, guys, how much, you don't need to be a rocket scientist. You don't need to be, an Einstein to buy Coca-Cola or buy Starbucks or buy Waste Management or Pepsi or Microsoft or Apple. You just don't. It doesn't take a genius, And, Dennis, to your point, I do think this is a complex environment. I think it's made overly complicated. I also, in some sense, think that's by design to keep some people out of it. And I think, going back to what I was saying a few minutes ago about my friends, people around my age or around our age who have not started investing yet, I think that's one big reason why, is because they just see it as this thing that's way too complex. It's almost like gambling in the casino. There's just not a lot of understanding around it. And that's something that I'm trying to correct in all of these videos, and just from talking about what I'm doing and talking about my journey. So hopefully that does help some of you guys out there. And I know my videos are not often the most technical. There's not the deepest research done when I'm talking about a lot of these stocks. But that's okay. I just want you guys more than anything to know that really anyone can do this stuff. So that's my goal. And that's how I try and approach these videos, just so you guys know. Let's keep going on here. So Andy wants to know, how do you spread your $150 a week? Do you invest in your low performing stocks first, high, or try to keep an even balance across the board? So Andy, that's a really good question. Typically every single week, I'll contribute $150 to my brokerage account. I'll contribute $50 to my Roth IRA, which is spread out into different ETFs. But in the main account, in the brokerage account, that $150 will go to 2 or 3 different positions. You guys. Oh, He came just as quick as he left, just as quick as he came. See you, buddy. Um, but yeah, basically I invest that $150 into 2 or 3 different positions. And usually, I mean, you know, at this point, Andy, you watch enough of my videos. It's more or less the same stocks every week for a period of time. Like I've been building out my Lowe's position. That's why I'm buying it every single week. I've been starting to buy Intel again, starting to buy some more Altria Group. And, you know, kind of like you said, I'm buying those low performing stocks. I don't know that let me see here. I don't know that I really, how do I explain this? I'm kind of stumped here on how to answer this. I don't prioritize low performing stocks first necessarily. I just try and think of what positions I'm trying to, well, let me take the step back. I do for the most part try and contribute to positions that I can average down on. That's why I'm buying Starbucks, that's why I'm buying Intel, that's why I'm buying some Altria Group. But otherwise, so you know, I'll spend a little bit of that. Sorry, I'm so all over the place with this answer. I spend a little bit of that money contributing to positions that I can average down on, and then some of that money is contributed to positions that I'm like probably a newer position like Lowe's that I'm just trying to build up that position in, you know, before I move on to the next one. So I don't know if that answers your question. I hope it does, but that's kind of how I approach it. And essentially, I just contribute to the same things every single week until like I find something else at value that I want to contribute to in my portfolio, or if I decide to start a new position that I find at a deep enough discount that's like worthy to start that position, then I'll spend some time, you know, allocating some funds to that for an extended period of time while I can build that out. So you know, for example, I'm looking to add Apple to my portfolio. I don't think it's at the right price right now, but when it does, I'll initiate a position and just average into it for probably weeks and months. Like I'll probably spend 3 or 4 months just adding $50 or $75 to Apple every single week, you know, just to build out that position. It takes me time because I don't have a lot of funds. I can't drop like $3,000 or $4,000 at a time into a new position. So I have to average in $50, $75 every single week. So hopefully that makes sense. That was a really good question. Let's see. Oh, Paris. Yeah, don't drink the water in Mexico. Yeah, I will not, my friend. Don't worry about that. Okay, so this is actually a really good question. Taylor says, Tesla is about 20% of my portfolio. Even after its recent pullback, I'm very tempted to take some more gains and transfer it into some of my core dividend stocks. Thoughts? I mean, honestly, Taylor, I think you're asking the wrong person because I am so biased towards dividend stocks that I wouldn't even be in Tesla in the first place. That's just me. And I understand why one would want to buy into Tesla because the potential to gain some money like very quickly is definitely there. So, excuse me. So if you feel like you've generated some good appreciation from Tesla and can lock in some good profits, and you know find and have some good core dividend stocks that are at a good enough value to contribute to right now, then go for it, you know. But I mean, in doing so, you might miss out on some gains from Tesla because it has pulled back some recently, so it could shoot back up. Who knows? But I know personally, like me personally, like I only buy dividend stocks because I don't want to be slave to that share price. Like I don't want to have to worry if the stock's going up or down in share price. That's just me personally. Oh, Ricarth here says, hey, can we put out some questions? Yeah, man, absolutely. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to answer your guys' questions. I've got about 12 minutes left before I'm going to call it a night here. So Kimboy here says, tell me about Intel this week. Well, I don't know. Let's go over to the screen and take a look at Intel real quick. So let's see. And just for full disclosure, guys, in the last week, I've not really done any, in the last month, like who am I kidding? In the last month, even in the last 2 months, I've really not done a good job of keeping my ear to the ground on what's going on in the market outside of like, you know, what's going on in my portfolio and the positions that I'm holding. So any news with Intel, really, I'm not super familiar with. It doesn't look like there's anything crazy going on here. I see the news is kind of talking about other semiconductor companies like AMD, NVIDIA, Micron. Nothing really for Intel, but in the last week, they're down another 6%. So, you know, at its current share price, $36.34, I think it's just super discounted. I mean, the PE ratio is 10.5. It could even get, I mean, if Intel has another week like this last one, or even if it keeps on just trending downwards like it has been in the last month, they're down nearly 20%, which is insane. But if it keeps going, guys, they'll be at single-digit PE ratio in no time. And that dividend yield, oh my gosh. This is interesting. I'm just now seeing this in real time. Officially, Intel's dividend yield is over 4%. I did not even realize that. Honestly, guys, I thought it was in like still the 2.5% range, 2.6, 2.7%. But seeing this in the 4%, geez. Oh my gosh, that's, I mean, as you can tell, I'm actually a little bit speechless. It's kind of blowing my mind. So, I mean, guys, I'm gonna have to buy some more Intel. I'm just gonna have to do it. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So, Kim Poi, thank you for bringing that to my attention, man. That's actually pretty solid. So, guys, I'm gonna be buying some Intel this week. I'll be buying it on the beach, margarita in hand. Probably a chicken quesadilla as well, at least one, because I'm definitely gonna eat my weight in these next few days. I'll tell you what. Okay, let's keep going down. I'm like 30 minutes behind on these comments. So I apologize too if I skip some of these comments, you guys. I got to be selective here because we only got about 10 minutes left. Zal here says, just woke up, made it. Welcome, man. Glad to see you in here. Let's see here. What else we got? Okay, so Jack here says, people have been telling me to buy Altria Group, and your recent video talked about it, and for some reason I ignored it for so long, but it looks so good. Picking up some this week for sure. Jack, I'm actually glad you brought up Altria Group. You guys, in the live chat, I want to know, what are your thoughts on Altria Group? Because it seems like there's two different camps here. There's obviously been some really bad news surrounding Altria Group in these last couple of weeks. That's really brought the share price down quite a bit. And if we go back over to the screen, I mean, kind of to Jack's point, I did talk about this in a recent video, but while we're here, let's just kind of revisit what's been going on. In the last month, they're down 21.5%, 21.7%. And it's due to some just really bad news. I mean, Barclays has called them a melting ice cube, which is not very positive. But my response to this, and I talked about this yesterday too in my videos, I'm just continuing to buy. It's like single-digit PE ratio, crazy high dividend yield, decent dividend growth, incredible dividend growth history, 52 years of consecutive dividend growth. I mean, what's not to love? So anyway, that's my thoughts on Altria Group. Steven says, what's your day job? I'm just curious. Great question. I actually feel like I get this in every single live stream. I don't mind answering again and again, though, just for full disclosure. I don't mind repeating myself. My day job is I work in social media marketing, in digital marketing. So for, businesses in the area that I live here in Sacramento, California, basically I'll just manage their social media accounts. And I'm contracted through a marketing agency. And so we do the pictures and video for our clients every single month. We'll go and get the content. And then what I'll do is I'll go and post that out on social media, come up with the captions, and also, come up with a strategy. Take a look at what's working, what's not working, how can we adjust, what should we be posting, what content should we be getting, stuff like that. And it's tons of different industries too. Got some food and beverage clients, got some hospitality clients, got some tourism clients. In the mortgage industry, have some clients there, so it's kind of all over the place. But yeah, that's what I do in a nutshell. Okay, let's keep going down. Let's find another comment here. And for those of you who are still here, I mean, it's almost 6 o'clock, 102 investors strong at this point. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this 4th of July live stream, this Independence Day live stream. I said this at the very beginning of the stream, but not only are we celebrating America's independence, which is the country that I live in, a lot of you guys live in. I know there's some international investors out there watching, but for those of you who are outside of the country, we're also celebrating financial independence. We're also celebrating our journey of reaching financial independence. And guys, I do think that's something really worth celebrating. So here's to financial independence. Here's to you guys. Here's to all of us on the journey to reach that. Such an important thing, guys. Okay, let's keep going here. Let's see. I see you guys posting your age in the live chat. Did I ask you? I don't think I asked you to do that, but you guys must be talking about that here. 41, 47, 28, 18, 27, 41, 18. A lot of you young guys. Wow. Good for you guys. So you guys here who are in your 20s, who are even in your teens, guys, like, you are the anomaly. You are definitely the exception. I'll tell you that. And you guys probably feel the same way. I'm just so surprised that like even people my age, close to 30, like I just think about my friends, not into the stuff at all. Like it's not even on their radar. I kind of know why. I really think it is like an overcomplication thing or a misunderstanding, not really knowing what to do. But still, I mean, all the information is just at your fingertips, you know? Okay, sorry, I'm gonna put another comment up on the screen here. I just gotta find one here. I'm more or less like caught up with all these comments too. Sorry guys, bear with me here just a sec. Finding some good ones. Man, it looks like a lot of you guys are talking to each other. That's great. Oh, okay, here. Kevin, really great question. What is something that negatively consumes your time, and do you plan to change that habit in the future? Well, I got to tell you what, Kevin. You guys probably all feel the same way. Man, my job just really cuts into my day. Oh gosh, and I say that half jokingly, but truthfully, like there are so many other things I'd rather be doing than just working my day job. And it's not like it's a really cushy job, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't have a reason to complain. But there are so many other things I would rather be doing, like doing more of these videos. I would rather put all that energy into making more dividend investing content and doing more here, and you know, spreading the good word of dividend investing even more. So I think that will change in the future. It's just gotta keep on putting out these videos, keep on growing this channel. And, you know, with all of your guys' help, with all of your support, we're definitely going to get there. And I'm so excited for it. So excited. And with that said, if you have not done so already, hit that like button on this video, hit the thumbs up on the live stream, and also hit the subscribe button as well if you're not currently subscribed to the channel. There's a lot of great content coming your guys' way. I'm really trying to step up the quality of these videos and the information that's in them with each week that goes by. And so, you know, I'd love to have you guys all along for the journey. So hit that subscribe button if you want to see more from me in the future. But Kevin, you know, kind of to seriously answer your question, some other things that negatively consume my time. You know, I'd actually, I think I'm pretty good, to be honest with you. I don't really watch a lot of TV. I really don't spend a lot of time going through social media outside of what I have to do for my job. So all of my free time is, you know, outside of making these videos and working. I am really big into health and fitness. So I work out a lot. I'm probably in the gym 6, sometimes even 7 days a week, sometimes twice a day, just lifting one session and doing cardio another one. And so I try and stay as productive and as positive as I can, because there are so many things, especially these days, there are so many things that can just grab your attention, like social media or watching Netflix or, you know, playing video games, what have you. And I'm not saying don't do those things, because I do think it's important to have that downtime, have that rest. But I know a lot of people who spend too much time doing that stuff, and that's something I try not to do. Easier said than done, though. I totally get it. So let's keep moving on. Ryan, great question. Do you watch? He wants to know, do you watch Graham Stephan? Not as much as I used to. I'll watch the Iced Coffee Hour every once in a while, but for the most part, I do not watch Graham. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Especially lately, I've kind of, it's all the same. Like, it's all the same video topic. The market's crashing. I'm getting margin called. Things are basically the world's ending. And I'm just like, I don't need to hear it. Don't need to hear it all the time. So anyway, no, I don't watch a lot of Graham Stephan. I have a huge amount of respect for him. He actually seems like a really good dude. And I think in real life, we'd actually be really good friends. But no, I don't watch a lot of his content. So. Oh, North. I don't know if this is directed towards me, but sorry, but don't you think it would be best to max out your Roth IRA at $200 a month That's only, yeah, that this is towards me. Only 2,400 a year. Just curious as to why you decided on that amount. Thanks, North. That's a really good question. Yeah, I don't think it, I definitely think it would be a good idea to max out the Roth, and any additional income, any additional contributions I make to my portfolio will go towards the Roth. But to be honest with you, North, I'm trying to retire like as early as I can. I'm really not trying to wait till I'm 59 and a half to retire, which is when I can withdraw that money tax free or live off of the Roth IRA, tax free without penalty. And I'm really trying to retire like probably realistically like a decade plus before that. And because of that, I'm trying to be more aggressive with my taxable brokerage account for now. Number one, but also number two, that's the account I started first. That's like my main account. And so I'm trying to, I don't want to take steps backwards there, if that makes sense. So the Roth thing is new. I will build that and I will at some point max it out, but I don't want to max out the Roth. Let me say this. I don't want to take steps backwards in the taxable brokerage account to then to put towards the Roth, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to go to investing $50 a week into my main account just so I can put that extra $100 towards the Roth. I don't want to do that. Maybe that's right. Maybe that's wrong. I don't know, but that's my thought process behind that. So hopefully that makes sense. Let me keep going. I'm going to go through one or two more comments and then we're going to call it a night. Okay, guys? I'm not trying to have another hour and 45-minute live stream. I could totally sit here and do that, but it's 4th of July. It's the holiday. I want to respect your guys' time as well. So let's see here. Jason here. I don't know what stock you're talking about, Jason, but he says, not a big fan of this stock. Great yield, but I don't believe in the business. Jason, what company are you talking about right now? I'm guessing it maybe is Altria Group. Could be wrong, but I don't know. PJ here says, Ryan, if you're rolling to Cabo, hit the restaurant Cabo Azul. The crab enchilada is to die for. PJ, I will definitely keep that in mind. I'm not going to Cabo, unfortunately. I'm going to Puerto Vallarta. I do love Cabo, though. Last time I was in Cabo was maybe 6-7 years ago. And every time we go to Cabo, I always go with my family. We always have to go to the office. Are you familiar with the office? Pretty iconic place. North. So regarding the Roth IRA, it does make sense. Thank you. And also too, like if it doesn't, I mean, guys, remember, I've only been doing this a few years. I don't know everything about dividend investing, like far from it. And so like if I'm tripping on something or if my info's not right, like part of why I like doing these things and why I like chatting with you guys is because, and why I like being in the Discord is because you guys keep me honest. And, there's plenty of you guys out there who know more about this stuff than I do. And I just think that's a really valuable thing. Yeah. So, and I totally get it with the Roth thing. Like there's going to be people who say you should max that out just for the tax-free gains. And I totally get it. I totally understand that, but I just think there's so much gray area here. And if I was trying to retire at 65, trying to be on the conveyor belt until then like that'd be a different thing. I'm reading your comment, Zal. If I was trying to wait to retire that long, that'd be a different story, and I would prioritize the Roth. But I'm not. Like, dude, I'm seriously trying to get out of the rat race as soon as I can, and that's why I'm just so hoping that something happens with YouTube like sooner than later, because like that is. Oops, sorry, my laptop charger fell out. That is like the way out as far as I see it. Like I think just doing YouTube full time for me is just as good as like being able to retire off dividend income. Like at that point, like I'll have considered myself like I will be such a happy camper. It will seriously be a dream come true. It will happen. It will happen someday. But just like hitting the dividend income goals, it's taking longer than I initially anticipated. But guys, we're going to keep at it, keep contributing to the portfolio, keep pumping out these videos, and everything's going to work out just fine. Rick here says, work on that taxable account, Ryan. I stopped putting stuff in my Roth because I want to retire early too. Well, that's actually great to, sorry guys, got to pick up my charger. Rick, that's actually great to hear it. And, thank you for sharing that. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks of it that way. Gianni, thank you as well for saying that. I do appreciate that. And everyone does things differently. And I think that's one of the the cool things about doing this is there's so many different ways to reach financial independence, to slice it. And so, yeah. But anyway, Zal says, I'm guessing this was, I'm guessing this was me saying Puerto Vallarta, that American pronunciation of Mexican locations. Ouch. Yeah, I know. It's not the best. I will say this, though, Zal. In high school, I took a lot of Spanish. I took 3 years of Spanish, and I'm actually very surprised at how much of it stuck with me. The accent's not the best, but I feel like I could hear someone speaking Spanish and know a good like 50, 60% of what they're talking about. You know, I feel like I understand it really well. Not that that's here or there. Okay, so Nick kind of has a contradictory opinion. I think you should consider maxing that Roth. If I could go back to your age and do that, I totally would. You want to reinvest those dividends for as many years as you can. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to take steps backwards in the taxable brokerage account, in my main account. Zal, you keep coming at me with these good comments, man. It's distracting. I'm not going to take steps back contributing to the brokerage account just so I can contribute to the Roth. Like, the main account is my main priority. And, I mean, like, I'm no stranger to paying taxes either. Like, the Roth is still going to grow, like, just fine. I do think, like, 30 years down the road, the Roth is going to be just fine. The cool thing is too, like, if I can get the taxable to a place where I'm able to live off of those dividends sooner than later, then it's like, well, the Roth is still going to grow. And then at that point, like, I can still contribute even more to the Roth and be able to continue growing that Roth stress-free. Like, I don't want to, the Roth, and this, I don't know if this is the right way to think about it either, but the Roth is kind of just like a side thing. I'm really, I don't know. The Roth is kind of like the cherry on top. I really want to make something happen with the taxable. I don't want to take steps backwards in that. And I want to grow that as aggressively as I can. So that's, I don't know. Nick, hopefully that makes sense, man. And I know there's so many different ways to slice it. Zal says here, this is what I was laughing at a second ago. Ryan trying so hard to get out here. He's making excuses. Dude, you're killing me. Anyway, guys, unless you guys have one more comment for me, one more thing here, I think this is a really good place to wrap it up. I think I can speak for all of us when I said we could sit here all night. And, okay. All right, Oscar, you got me. This is the last one. Is BlackRock a safe dividend? It seems too good to be true. Let's go take a look. Okay, we're going to look at, what is the ticker? BLK, right? So is their dividend safe? That was the question. So let's go over here, take a look at the dividend. So, 3% yield, 42% payout ratio. So that's not a high payout ratio, right? With 18 years of consecutive dividend growth and payments. So let's take a look at the dividend safety here on Seeking Alpha. So, Seeking Alpha gives their safety an A+, but what is this based on? The interest coverage, so they can pay their interest pretty well. I don't know why. Well, I guess I do know why. They're giving the dividend payout ratio a D because it's a lot higher than the sector median, but still, a 44% payout ratio is not bad. That doesn't concern me. They have a lot of cash. Let's just take a look at their financial statements too. So, growing revenue. Let's take a look at the balance sheet. So, ton of cash on hand, almost $7 billion in cash on hand. They have about $2.3 billion in net debt. What's their cash flow looking like? Or even their net income. So cash from operations about $5 billion per year. Lever free cash flow. So they're bringing in about $5.6 billion in cash flow, free cash flow per year, which is plenty, like way more than enough to pay off the remaining debt if they needed to. So just based on this, like this very brief look, I would say that BlackRock's dividend is safe. Don't quote me on that, but just at a glance, like it's looking pretty solid, I'd say. So anyway, good question. Yeah. Anyway, guys, I think this is a really good place to wrap it up. We're about 80 investors strong still, like an hour and 10 minutes into this bad boy. So For those of you who are still sticking around, for those of you who started, were here at 5 o'clock when this first started and are still here, just to any of you guys who even clicked on this video and are watching the replay, thank you so much for tuning in. Just week after week, you guys continue to show up to these live streams, ask really great questions, engage with each other in the live chat. Guys, this is just, I just think this is the best investing community out there. You guys are the best. And I'm so proud of you guys too. I said this earlier a couple times. I'm so proud of you guys for embarking on the journey to financial freedom. It is one that, too few people are taking or even thinking about. And so, I really have a lot of respect for you guys embarking on this journey and, sacrificing your money today to put into your portfolio when you could be spending it on so many other things. It's not an easy thing to do, but as you guys know, it's gonna pay off so well in the future. And, with that said, here's one more cheers to end the night. Here's to you guys. Here's to Dividend stocks, and here's to reaching financial freedom. Huzzah! Anyway, you guys go enjoy the rest of your 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you on Wednesday's video. And once again, remember. Okay, Kevin actually asked this next video again. Okay, I will reiterate this because you guys might have missed it earlier. So for those of you who missed this, my posting schedule is going to be a little bit off these next couple of weeks because I'll be going out of the country in a couple days. So the next video for me will be this Wednesday. I'll release my normal recorded video. That video is going to be the best dividend stocks to buy in your 20s and 30s. Really cool video. I hope you guys tune in and watch it. I think it's a really fitting topic. So Wednesday's video is going to be coming out, and then I'm not going to have a Sunday video. So Sunday the 10th, there will not be an upload for me, which is like the first time I have missed an upload since I started this channel. I'm a little bit like, I don't like that, but guys, it's going to be okay. Can't let YouTube, control my life. So, going to miss Sunday's upload. And then I will be back next Monday, a week from today. I'll make up for Sunday's video with a live stream next Monday. I'll fill you guys in on my Mexico trip. Probably going to be looking a lot more sunburnt than I am today. And probably do a little portfolio update to show you guys what's been going on in the last week in the portfolio. And then we will not have a video next Wednesday either. So Wednesday, the 13th, there will not be an upload, but we will be back to regularly scheduled programming after that. So next Friday, there will be a live stream, and then next Sunday there will be a video. Anyway, basically after next Friday, we're good. We're good. No live stream this Friday. No upload this Sunday. But next Monday, you guys will see me. Next Friday, you guys will see me. And then everything after that is normal. So hopefully that makes sense, guys. Hopefully that makes sense. And I'm so bummed, Oscar. I mean, to your point, I'm so bummed that I'm missing a Sunday upload because those are good days to upload on YouTube. And I know a lot of you guys look forward to those videos. I look forward to them too. And I'm so stoked that you guys look forward to them. That's so crazy to me. I never thought, last thing before I go, God, guys, I'm the worst. I honestly never thought that I would be, number one, talking about this stuff on videos, but number two, that people would be interested to hear me talk about it. It's just such a cool thing. And I'm very thankful for you guys. So thank you so much. And with that, once again, I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you in the next one.